And we live.
Did it do the thing?
Oh, I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. What the hell?
Hold on, I think I got
it. Oh man. As the multiverse aligns, new mutated enhanced being of my kind. I rhyme to an iron heartbeat of Eddie Kane, the conqueror with the thought of Xavier's peace of mind. Look, match crafting a well written in Hell's Kitchen, being blind, dare to see your Sky Summers eye to eye. Miles ahead, web slinging a line in this age of Voltron. You ain't even inclined. The real McCoy, your beast with mine. I'm from Sakar, barely age. I've increased the time. Fantastic as a force field formed by Sue. It's the arrival of marvel of the minds. It's been due. Go.
Sir, first and foremost, what up, though? It's Marvel of the Minds. I'm Nametag Alexander. Of course, I got my co-host with me, Peace of Mind. Say what up, though, to the people.
What up? What up?
And this is our second time having a guest on here, I believe. It's the second guest because we had Deals first. Yeah, shout out to Deals. We definitely gonna have him back on. But this time around, we got a guy, a friend that goes way back. Like, damn, low key, and we old, man. Age 14, you talking?
Yeah,
shit,
absolutely.
God, damn, my guy, Young, man, what's going on?
Not a whole lot. Ready to talk some Marvel,
man. You know it.
Very
man.
excited.
You know
very
it,
excited
man.
to be here. Long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah. We tapped in though. We tapped into Facebook Live and YouTube for those of y'all watching. Let me go and get the banner going. Yes, sir. So, man, we here because obviously if y'all been following the podcast or whatever, we've been talking about Secret Invasion, which is the latest series from Marvel, the MCU on Disney Plus. And pretty much we've approached episode 3, watched it twice, and just, man, that second time around, it was just super dope, like super dope, because there's some things that I missed. But I want to jump into, I believe they started out the episode. And by the way, if y'all tapped in, if y'all watching the video, or if you did not see Secret Invasion episode 1, 2, nor 3, you might want to tap out unless you're just here to enjoy our faces. But I think we start off episode 3. I believe they take us back to 98. Am I correct? Is that how they started that off?
Yeah.
So they go back to 1998. Fury links up with his future wife, Priscilla, or Verra, whatever. I guess we can just call her Verra. I don't know. I guess that's played on the safe side. Did y'all know that this was shows on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? That's the lady that played Aunt Janice, like the youngest auntie.
Oh,
really?
Yeah. On the original.
It sure me
I didn't even notice.
I kept looking, like, you know, when they showed her in episode 2, I'm like, I ain't paying no attention to it. But then I kept watching. I'm like, she looked familiar. I kept looking, and of course I went to IMDb. I'm like, okay, that name, Charlene Woodard, I believe. Yeah, Aunt Janice from Freshman. Got a lengthy catalog too, like just her filmography and TV shows she's did is out there. So yeah, I think Charlene Woodard is her name. But we start out at the bar in 1998. At least I believe that's the first scene. First time it was like, you know, you just busy trying to multitask. Second time, sitting there, but I think that's how they started. But anyway, he meets her at a bar, but he's not aware that she's in her new skin, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So he's looking for her. So she approaches him like looking for someone or whatever. And I guess pretty much we find out that even though like the Skrulls are on his side, he's sending people out to, you know, do his missions as a part of S.H.I.E.L.D. She doesn't work for him. Now, was that her way of, you know, as we say, shooting her shot at him pretty much?
That's what it seemed like.
Possibly, yeah.
Because she's like, I don't work for you. And he's like, I can't. He basically, in so many words, like, I can't fuck with you. And she like, well, you know, I don't work for you, so we can go ahead and do this. And they mentioned something, we talked about this off mic briefly, but they mentioned something along the lines of the Red Room. And Drake, well, I believe the villain's name from Black Widow's movie was Dracoff. So they mentioned that, and she slides him like the paper or whatever, and it's like blood on it. So I'm like, okay, it made me wonder, like, was were the Skrulls responsible maybe for what happened to Dracov's daughter, which, as we find out, was Taskmaster in the Black Widow film.
Yeah, I didn't even notice that both times that I watched. You had mentioned something about the Red Room, and I was like, Red Room? Like, I'm watching it a second. I picked up on some stuff, but not that.
Yeah.
So,
because I heard it the first time, and then the second time around, I'm like, okay, so yeah, put two and two together, like, damn, that is, oh shit. Like, so it made me wonder, like, well, was it the Skrulls that was at the building when his daughter was, had blown up or whatever at that time? Because then the whole movie, they thought it was Natasha that did it or whatever, or some shit like that. I only watched that film one time, to be honest. I would have to go back and check that one out. But
yeah, it's been a minute.
We also know in Winter Soldier, there's a scene where he finds his way into Cap's apartment, and he tells him, he asks him, like, why is he here? And one of the things that Fury says is, my wife kicked me out. Now that we see who his wife is, how they met, it makes you wonder, like, did he make that up? Or did she actually kick him out? And if so, why? Why did she?
Where was their house at? I might have missed that. Where did they live?
See, that they didn't show. It was just at the end of episode 2. He just walked into this nice laid out crib. You seen a Skrull hand chopping up some onions, whatever she was making, and then he pops in or whatever, and then we jump to episode 3.
I'd imagine it's probably somewhere in or around New York, New Jersey, like close enough to where the Triskelion and all that was.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And the only reason I asked that, because I feel like his comment to Captain America was just,
it was out of nowhere,
nonsensical. Like, I don't think it meant anything.
My wife kicked me out. I'm like, well, did she? I started trying to wonder, like, well, why did she kick him out? Was she tired? My head going, I'm like, okay, well, was she tired of him focusing on these other missions and not trying to find the Skrulls a home? But she got a home because she lived with him. But I don't know. I'll try to piece everything together.
Back then, when we watched it, we thought Fury was just full of shit. Like, Fury didn't have any wife back then. So now it's
exactly. Right.
He don't got time to be a husband. Apparently he
did.
It seemed just like an off the cuff comment, but now it probably has more gravity to it.
Yeah.
Like, did they go see that and was like, you know what? Let's go ahead and bring his wife into the fold, and then here we are. Because it makes me wonder, like, damn, well, why did she kick him out? And then we got graphics, just to kind of fast forward ahead. We get graphics in here. And he's moving forward with this plan that he has to destroy humanity. What do we think of his plan?
So wait,
legit,
We're getting a little. There was something that I wanted to touch on just a little bit in that scene where Gravix first comes in and they're in the transformation room. I don't know what to call it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's the machine. And did you notice that? In that scene, they were doing flashes while he was talking to the members of the council. One of the people they showed was the leader, Mr. Blue, looking at the Hulk gene. Like, they got Hulk genetics. And in that transformation room, like, we know he's got the what's the blowy up extremis. Extremis.
Right, he's got extremis.
In the back of that room, the whole back wall was just blown to bits. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, it's the extremis. None of it was burnt. And then I saw the Hulk powers. Somebody hulked out in there and busted out of that room.
Now, you caught some shit I did not see.
Yeah, man. I saw that and I was like, ooh, damn.
Yeah, man. So it make you, or was it the Hulk power, or was it your dude from the Dark
Order? Or Obsidian. Yeah.
Well, that's what they did have, as you saw on the computer screen. I think that was episode 2.
Yeah.
They got Groot, they have Extremis, they got the one guy whose hand got cut off in, I believe you guys were talking about.
Yeah.
And what else? What was the other one? The Frost.
The Frost.
Yeah.
Frost
Giant. One of the Frost Giants, whatever.
The only thing that makes me think Hulk is because right when they showed the leader and they showed the DNA strand of the Hulk, or it was the blue version, they went right to a cut that had the blown out wall like perfectly in view. Like, I feel like they were saying something there. And also, is this how we get Red Hulk? Like, is it something?
Bingo.
Do they take the Skrull tech and transfer, boom, because they didn't figure that out yet. The leader,
Yeah, because as we talked about before, and last time we recorded, we know that at some point Thunderbolt Ross is going to become president. And Thunderbolt Ross is, as we know, going to be the Red Hawk. And it's like, well, how does that happen? You know what I'm saying? So that could tie back into that, which, because they did say like a lot of because what is going to be called Captain America: Brave New World. A lot of that is going to be connected to what some of the events from Secret Invasion that we see. So as well as the Marvel. So who ain't no telling? You know what I mean? That film is in production too. So it's like, hey, yeah, that's crazy. I didn't even think about that, man. Good call on that. So what else? What else did I have here? Beto, my man's Beto's, who he had the little Skrull, whatever the Skrull cauliflower or Skrull apple they gave him in episode 1. He was so excited.
I thought you were talking about Amazon Betos. I was like,
nah.
Jeff Bezos in this? Oh, that's Betos.
Yeah, when he showed the dude, my man's that showed up to the gate at the beginning, she was like, "Show your regular self or whatever." Him, but I think he's gonna turn because the look on his face, like second time I'm watching it, I'm like, the look on his face, and not just him, but some of the other Skrull people that we find out to be Skrulls as well, they don't look like they full on rocking with.
I don't think, I don't think everybody's with it.
They like, yo, you trying to do what? Like, damn, dog, why you wilding like that? We just trying to find a place, you know what I'm saying, to live comfortably, safely, whatever. You trying to like kill everybody? Like, what's up, bro? You know what I mean? But his specifically Betos, because he asked him like, y'all think this is like a sound plan or something like that? And they like, instead of answering, they like, are you with the cause or not? Basically hit him with that shit. So
I'm with it.
It'll probably be a moment. He's probably going to be the one that comes across Gaia like half dead. He'll rescue her and be like, damn, no, this is messed up. I can't rock with you guys.
Yeah, because she brought him in. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think she's dead. But
no, definitely not.
Yeah, it's just that anytime they die or like anytime they're injured or something, they go back to normal.
Go back here.
Yeah. Because we've seen it when my man's got his finger chopped off and it was like, his finger immediately turned into a Skrull finger. So yeah, man. Damn, that's crazy. What about we talked about Fury's wife earlier. Circle back.
Grab his
dialogue. His plan is that like he's just like, okay, because y'all couldn't find a home, now you want to destroy all humans to take over the planet?
Yeah.
I
mean, he was promised something. I mean, and they haven't really said much about it, but I would almost guarantee Nick Fury raised them with this promise that you guys will get a home, and like that became a backseat to everything else going on.
He like, yo, Fury, man, you got us? Like, I got y'all, man. Relax, I got y'all. And they probably see like he's sending all and then we find out, because I'm gonna jump to that next. We find out what's really been going on with the Skrulls like over these last last decade or more, with Fury or whatever. This car scene with him and Talos. Find out, like how we said earlier, like we just always look at Fury like, man, you full of shit. And come to find out, he kind of like is like, he does it. He's good at his job, but at the same time, one thing Talos said was like the shit that we help you do, it would have took you like almost a lifetime at your job to achieve half of that. You know what I'm saying? If any of it at all. So he made a point. He said finding out the weak spots of enemies, and then he also said something about finding out like the vulnerabilities of your allies. Or whatever, like we got dirt on everybody. You got the dirt on everybody because of us. And I'm like, when they say allies, I'm like, damn, who is he talking about? You know what I mean? I immediately think the Avengers. So it brings me back to like, oh shit. So did he find people like how, every movie we would see the Avengers films or Iron Man film, we would see Fury at the end or somewhere midway and he kicking it with Tony, showing them the game plan and the maps and all this shit or whatever. It's like, okay, so you knew about all of these people with these powers everywhere else. How did you find this shit out? Because it wasn't by yourself. Which now
Skrulls. Yeah, clearly.
And you think about it, it allowed Nick Fury to be everywhere at once. It was always, when you think about it, it's like, damn, how was he always all these different places?
Yeah, I'm just thinking he the man.
Probably other people or the Skrulls impersonate him just to go just to go be somewhere for a minute, and because Nick Fury has to be there, so it's like
that's true, man.
They showed that at the end of Far From Home too. You know, like that Talos was being Fury,
right
like
there.
so. Yeah, damn.
I saw a take recently before we recorded, and they said that we're seeing two Furies. We're seeing a Skrull Fury, and we're seeing regular Fury. We just don't know which one. But the take is that the one that we see without his glasses is the regular Fury. The one that we see, the one that we see with his glasses is regular Fury, and one without is the Skrull Fury. Yep.
So that would mean the very first Fury that we see stepping off the ship when he was fine, and then takes like 3 steps, and then he's got the limp. No glasses there. No glasses there, I don't think.
That could have been Skrull Fury. Like, oh, let me remember I got a limp. You know what I'm saying? And that is crazy. It's a lot of scenes you see him with his glasses on, and it's a lot where you see him with his glasses off.
Yep.
And
interesting.
And the scenes with his glasses is because they kind of connected it to the Stark technology, where it's like you can kind of detect certain things, but also determine like whether somebody's lying or not, or whatever, I guess. So that kind of makes sense. I hope that's a take that's proven right. You know what I mean? Because I am noticing that, like, damn, once I rewatched, I'm like, yeah, it is some scenes where normally it's just like, well, his glasses are uncomfortable. I don't want to wear them. So maybe, I don't know. Maybe that's what it is, but it got to mean something at this point. You know?
Yeah.
And as we learned, everything means something. You know, we always hindsight. So.
Right.
Because definitely in this series, man. What else did I have here? I'm just going through the topic points. Oh, Priscilla. Or Verra, I'm gonna just call it Verra, could very well be a double agent.
Buster.
I like how we saw Gaia was moving. Same thing with Priscilla, probably. She's
just sketching me out way too hard, and maybe they're doing that intentionally to make us think, she can't be trusted, you know. But the way she answered that, go ahead.
No, you go, my bad.
The way she answered the phone, it was like, I don't have that information at the moment. Like, I was like, oh no, dude, like, come on. She was that was Gravix on the phone. Like,
and I was actually gonna mention that exact part, but like, Fury asked her, like, what was that? And she was like, nothing, and he let it go. So that told me a lot. Like you said, maybe he knows she is working both sides, and I'm just gonna mind my business and let her do her thing. Or did he let it
go? Could he have heard who it really was on the other line? You know what I'm saying?
That's possible too.
But he didn't ask any more questions.
He didn't.
And I feel like he's not the type to shut his mouth if he got something on his mind. So.
Yeah, man.
Also, the way she was talking to him, like, she, like, they were kind of going at each other a little bit, and she was being kind of But then after she got the call and hung up on it, she went up to him, gave him a kiss, and was like, "Oh, sweetie," like, it just seemed a little too, like, she was guilty, man.
I just thought it was something freaky. It would have been freaky. You never know. Don Cheadle trying to move his way in, man. Rhodey like, hey, man. Is he home? You know what I mean? I don't have that information right now. You know what I'm saying? It could have been that. We can look at it either way. But yeah, that was crazy. And then it was like because didn't he look at the phone? Like when she stepped out the room, whatever, didn't he look at the phone on the table?
Yeah, he looked at it. He didn't pick it up or anything, but he definitely looked at it. It was like,
I'm led to think that he probably did look at the phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, just to kind of figure, because it's, man, Fury just don't give me that vibe. That from what we've seen in these previous movies, like that he's just they keep pitching it like he's lost a step or whatever in this show.
Oh yeah, he's playing that up. Yeah, that is not really the case. He is not lost a step. I don't believe that at the moment. Even that eye, with no patch. You gonna tell me that eye ain't doing something? That's not just a regular eye in his head. That eye is doing all of the work that you probably, like the glasses. You say maybe it's just the eye. He got a nice eye in there. Yeah, and he probably see everything going on.
He never lost the eye. He just got like clawed the fuck up by the Flurgan or whatever in Captain Marvel.
They modified it. You telling me he don't have no modified eyeball?
This the MCU,
like Coulson in his arm.
Yep.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah.
It's just a modified something.
Speaking of modifications, our boy Rhodey, man, I've been saying it, and I'm still not sure, dog. Like I'm still not sure, and here's why.
Oh, what? How can you not be sure? That was him on the phone.
At this
that was him on the phone.
But this is why I'm gonna bounce around for a second. That was his voice on the phone.
Right
now, remember the scene at the mansion where they went to I think it was a mansion where they went to what was dude named Bob, whatever he had
Bob
on the computer, and then Talos got the information from Gaia, so Talos made the call, used the dude's voice. Because
they showed us that for a reason,
and that's why I'm like, why they show that? You know what I'm saying? That could they don't necessarily, the people that he called the order in for, they don't necessarily know Taylor's voice that well. I would imagine to be like, all right, somebody just got a call. It's like, yo, stop the mission or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But he did it in that specific voice, and I'm like, why they do that? Only at the end of the episode to show that Priscilla makes the call. You get the phone line. She's like, I actually talked to Graphics. And like, well, and then look, check this out. It wasn't even specific. He just like, well, yeah, you got me.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. But so what would that mean? What would be the point of that not being him?
You got Graphics, but I'm pretending to be Rhodey. And that could be just to throw, the phone could be bugged. It could be just to throw
Fury off. Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Because if the phone is bugged, because I'm just thinking it's a spy. It's supposed to be like it's a spy-driven TV series.
Yeah.
So spy shit gonna be going down. Phones are bugged.
Yeah.
Flat out. Phones are bugged. You know what I mean?
He would never use his own voice.
He ain't gonna answer phone like hello. You know what I mean? He's answering phone. He's speaking as Rhodey. He like, yeah, well, you got me.
Like, yeah, you got me churning right now. You got me churning.
He already got beef with Fury because he fired him. You know what I mean? So
that's what's got me like really thinking that it is, because the way he was talking to Fury and going at him like that, and then you know, with him being on, like I think he's a Skrull. I really think he is.
He's a Skrull here, and the reason being is because in that second episode, the second time I watched it, I didn't think it would have mattered until this episode. But I thought I said when it was at that table, he called him Nick.
Oh, wait a minute.
Yep.
And then that line, he was like, nobody calls me Nick.
I missed it. I kept missing it. I'm like, I thought about it from Captain Marvel where they had that conversation in the car. Thought about it. Episode 1, I feel like something happened there. But then specifically in episode 2, at that table, Rhodey called him Nick.
I thought that was like, I took that as him just being smart, you know, like being a smart, like, all right, Nick, you know, like.
Shit, my brain gonna explode because that could be a thing too. Like just the disrespect. Like I'm
everybody call him Fury.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch all 4,900 movies to see if they ever call him Nick.
I gotta go back to Iron Man 1, man. But they did say that somebody did point out that in the earlier films, Hill called him Nick and Tony called him Nick too at one point, but it was just like once, but they weren't necessarily Skrulls.
What if though?
We just don't know. That's what I'm saying.
What if though?
Tricky, man. Marvel can do that shit. They can go back and be like, they can just.
And I mean, you know, with Tony, that could have been prior to them being friends. You know,
and before he knew
friends,
who he was.
You know, that's friends don't call me.
Yeah.
So
and technically, would Rhodey be considered his friend, or like they're part of the same crew? You know what I'm saying?
I would say they are friends. I would go out there.
Yeah,
I'd say so.
I'm gonna tell you the Fury, because the Fury without the glasses, is that the Fury where that keeps saying help a brother out? Like I think that's. I gotta go back and look.
That whole conversation with him and Talos in the car just struck me as weird. Like, why are they going back and forth like this? Like, what is this?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, they both know the facts, or do they? Yeah. Were they both actually there for all of these things? I don't know. I'm so confused.
Damn, he wasn't wearing his glasses in that scene neither, and he took that kind of easy as well. Like he let him throw the mud on him. He just was like, all right, man, you done? Like then he had shit else to say. He started it, and then I wonder, like, why did he say that? He's like, see, this is what makes me think he's a Skrull. Why would Fury say to Talos, I've been cleaning up your mess all these years? Because the Talos that we saw, I think that's the real Talos that flipped. Like,
maybe just rogue Skrulls. He could be talking about rogue Skrulls.
And he did have millions of Skrulls come into the universe, or the Earth, or whatever.
And and every time that they take, well, most of the times where they take somebody's identity, they take a human. Like, so I'd imagine there's some cleanup to be done when you snatch someone's body, so.
Yeah, man. That's the wild part. Like, they body snatching, basically. Literally hooking them up to whatever and stealing your memories. Like, they showed the shit where you was looking at the dude Bob or whatever, and you saw literally his memories or whatever, and it's like his son was screaming something.
She was like scrolling through him. She was like,
it looked like he was abusive or something.
Like, what he been thinking about? Like, see what you've been thinking about. What's going through your life?
But man. Dude, the conversation between Talos and Gravix in that restaurant or whatever where they were sitting down having tea,
best
dude,
scene.
like.
Yep,
that was so good. Like best when he was like, what did he say? He's like, you clearly don't understand the humans. They are the most formidable when they're threatened. Yep. Like, I was like, oh shit, it's gonna go down. I just know it is.
He letting you know, like, I know these folks. Like, I've been here for years. We've been here for years.
I seen it.
Yeah, you should be hip, dog. Like, you know what I'm saying? We got a dude that can shoot webs. Like, do not fuck with these humans, dog. And these.
Do you think any Avengers will get involved at any point?
If they do, I think it'll be final episode.
Okay.
Yep.
At least one.
Yep.
They gotta have at least one, right?
Because this is what. And it's funny. Like, usually with shows that air like 10 episodes, I always notice it's episode 5, where it's like the stakes really go up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But this is a 6-episode series, so I would take it that episode 3, like how we saw, is where the stakes go up. You see, Talos lose his shit, stab my man's in the hand. Dude apparently shoots Talos' daughter. Like, shit. He shoots my man's at the house or whatever. Like, because again, somebody popped shit about his daughter, and he out of there. Yep.
So what I've noticed with the Marvel shows, the ones that are like 6 episodes, the shit pops off around episode 4, I think it is. It's either 4 or 5. Like, because what was it? She-Hulk, Daredevil came in 4. Was it?
It's 5.
Or was it 5? Yeah. So the one before, and then in Loki, He Who Remains. Did we get our first look at him? We got
the one before the last one, I thought.
Yeah. Okay, so second to last episode.
We saw him in the final episode, but we got it finally hit with episode 5 where there was what was the little dog dragon thing name? I forget. Eliath, I think.
Eliath, yeah.
They had to summon him, and that's when then you saw them. Like, I'm seeing a lot of purple and green here, and I feel like we was talking shit about it online, like, yo, Kane the Conqueror. We was just thinking Kane the Conqueror. But a lot of people at the time was jumping in like, nah, man, they at the end of time. This is gonna be He Who Remains. Trust me. And lo and behold, it was him. So yeah. So
I think we're gonna reach the plateau, or like, the big epic, moment that's gonna come. Everything's gonna fall out from. Probably not next episode, but maybe the next after.
Yeah, man. I just don't go ahead. What you gonna say, Young?
Oh, do you think Gravix has all of the Super Skrull powers? Like, not just the extremists? Like, you think he got all of them, everything?
I think he holding them in the tuck.
He's going to be the one to beat, obviously.
Yeah. I don't know if he's got all of them, but I definitely think he's got more than one. Because like they showed what was it, 5? Was it on the computer screen?
It was 4. I think it was 3 on the computer screen, and then
it was like more under
separate.
Okay. And then the Hulk one, and then I gotta watch it again because they might have given a hint to another power too. But
they could have all kinds.
I think they got all of them, dog.
Yeah,
I even think they got Spider-Man shit. I don't.
I mean, if they got a Frostbeast sample, they pretty much got everything. And when you think about it, they probably got access to anything S.H.I.E.L.D. has or anything the U.S. government has. They probably have access to all of that.
They got the serum floating around. Like, it's some shit, man.
That Frostbeast was a super deep cut that I didn't even like. At first, I was like, "Well, damn, how'd they get a hold of that?" And then what was it? And Thor 2,
Thor Dark World.
The end credit scene, Dark World, where the Frostbeast was just running around London. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Such a forgettable movie. movie, but a lot of shit was in there that you needed.
I need to go back and watch it.
Yeah,
it was
one
long.
of my least favorite, but it's like it was some shit in there that you had to remember. Like even when Endgame came about, it was like the shit with the red. We had to extract it out of old girl or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like, damn, that was in Dark World. I was like, I hated that movie, dog. Like I really did.
I'm not mad. It wasn't.
It was
that
better
bad,
than Love
though.
and Thunder, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
I wasn't mad at that either.
Love and Thunder
thing
was
is,
too silly for no reason.
Yeah.
Hemsworth confirmed it. He was like, it was so goofy. He was like,
it was too goofy.
It could have been so much better, especially with what's his name being the villain. Like,
That
dude,
was the
they could have been the most like.
Yeah, because Young was putting both of y'all was like putting me on to like Gore or whatever. And
Gore,
I'm like,
the comic
he's
books
a problem.
man.
I'm researching. I'm like, oh shit! If they add that in the movie and they added nothing,
like they did so much cool shit in the movie. Like the scene where he's on the Guardian's ship in the beginning, and they're showing the flashes of like the destruction of Gore.
Yeah.
Like those were all scene for scene shots from the comic book. Like,
and what really made me mad is when you found out, like, yo, we shot a lot of shit with Gore wrecking shot, but we ain't hear it in the film. It's like, come on, dog. Like, what the fuck? But at the same time, Disney was under different ownership, different CEOs, so they don't tell him. But they coming back around. I think that's one of the reasons this show got lower ratings. Like Secret Invasion still ain't getting a lot of viewers, but I think people probably got either what they call Marvel fatigue, but then at the same time, it's like it's hard to get that trust when you kind of had a flub of a phase 4, I should say, and then they jump in with phase 5. Who started off phase? Was it Ant-Man, right? Quantumania.
Or was it Black Panther was in, so Quantumania.
And then Quantumania came, and it was like the shit was dope, but it was like the problem people had with what's my man's name? Why am I drawing a blank on his name? The dude, the big head, whatever.
Oh, MODOK.
Yeah, MODOK. Yeah, they had a problem with that, how he looked.
Dude, I thought MODOK was great. Like that was perfect.
I think that was good.
I enjoyed it. But then the problem happened with not much longer after what Creed dropped in March, and then boom, the Jonathan Majors shit happened, which really started pulling it away from Quantumania, and it was like shit, man. Like so, but Guardian saved some shit. It made you anticipate more, and they follow up with Secret Invasion. Marvel coming back around though. You look at the shit that's happening in Secret Invasion. People are getting shot, and we seeing blood.
Yeah, right. People are getting shot with bullets.
A finger got cut off, dog, right there, and I'm like, yo.
I've been saying for like maybe a year now. Every show, every movie, they're pushing the envelope a little further. Guardians dropped the F-bomb, like that, like
We'll see what happens when Deadpool come around. How really rated R they take it. You know what
Deadpool,
I'm saying?
and then what is it? Daredevil is supposed to be on the heavy side.
They said that's gonna have a rating, a warning, like rating or whatever before you get to view it or whatever. So
I'm gonna call it right now though. Deadpool is gonna break records. Deadpool is gonna be an all-time selling Marvel movie ever. Everybody is going to go see that shit.
I'm gonna tell you what I don't think people are gonna be excited about as much, because they run it in the dirt with the advertisement of who should be cast as who. Fantastic Four. However they introduce them, they run it in the dirt. It's too much. Who you think should play Reed Richards? Who you think should? Oh, Chris Evans might come back and play who do y'all think should play? And it's like just a rotating. Like it's like all right.
I think it's still gonna be Krasinski. I think he's still gonna be.
It should be.
I hope it is. It is.
It should be.
Like ever since the moment that artist in War of the Realms drew Mr. Fantastic as Krasinski, I was like, I'm sold. Like he needs to be Mr. Fantastic.
And we seen him. It was like, oh shit.
The rest of the squad, though, I mean, that's gonna be shit. Man, that could be anybody. They had Jamie Bell being the thing in the newer one, and he's a little dude. So I don't know.
Yeah, how they gonna make that work? Yeah. I guess they can exaggerate it, like, because the dude that Ben Grimm or whatever. He was kind of like a buff type dude or whatever for the most part.
Like short, stocky, like
I I guess I'm thinking about like Bruce Banner, like you know what I'm saying. Like with him, it's like he's a scrawny dude or whatever, but then he becomes this, and that's what made the Hulk like you know like oh shit. But yeah, man, they got to stop doing that. Just like get the cast, introduce them, let them know what we're likely to. No, don't even tell us what we're gonna see him in. Surprises. I would think it would be dope if we seen him in this. Like just do a little like because they hinting at it with the powers and stuff of the Super Skrulls. The Super Skrulls is well connected with the Fantastic Four.
Well, yeah, one thing that I did read a little bit ago is that the powers that they use for the Super Skrulls and Secret Invasion, like in the comics, they use Fantastic Four powers. So I think we probably won't see them for a little bit just because they even pushed that off. And they supposed to, like you said, they're supposed to be a really big part of Secret Invasion. So I don't know. We'll probably see something. We'll probably see some computer. I imagine something on a computer screen, or maybe like this guy named Richards. You know, is working on.
It'll be an Easter egg or something. Like you see some papers or some documents. Like whoa, somebody zoom in. Like oh, they do say Reed Richards. Like you know what I'm saying, some shit like that. Yep, that'd be kind of wild, man. Yeah, introduce them, but just stop like saying who's gonna be cast as these characters, man. I said it earlier.
It don't matter.
Because I don't know why they think that's news. Like, look who we got. He might play him. Like, all right, we ain't playing him. I don't care. Like, why y'all keep doing this? Like, might play him. Like, that shit don't make sense to me. Like, now with Deadpool, we know Hugh Jackman. He's coming back as Wolverine. Boom. We got Ryan Reynolds still. Boom. Bet. That's it. I don't need.
Didn't they say they're gonna get like the X-Men though? Like some of the OG X-Men.
They Halle Berry.
Remember they dropped the image of her. She had it was a new one. It was around her birthday. She didn't say shit. She just dropped the picture and had the silver hair.
She was like out and about.
And people was looking like oh shit, Halle Berry. I'm like, yeah, that's Halle Berry. But why her hair silver like that? What's up? Like, what's going on? So yeah. And if they do have her come back as Storm, like make her Storm, dog. Like give her a Storm voice, please. Y'all had her with this regular old generic ass American accent. Like Storm don't talk like that.
if they do bring her back, I think it'll only be to kill her. Like I keep on having this vision in my head, like the Deadpool Kills series that they do. Like Deadpool kills the Marvel Universe or whatever, you know. Like I have a feeling that Deadpool might be killing off those characters for one reason or another, something he does. Like I don't know. I could just totally see it.
Just focus on her claustrophobia that she got. Like I hope they kind of tap into that. You know, she got Storm. All these, she's just what do you call it when there's like the higher powered mutants or whatever? She's like
the Omega level.
Yeah, Omega level. Yeah. Claustrophobia, dog. That's funny as fuck to me, dog. Like you trap her in a closet somewhere, it's over for her. She's like, can't lightning bolt your way out of this. That's crazy. Trap her in a locker somewhere. That's wild. We talked about Priscilla being a double agent. I said earlier, they need to just let Sam Jackson go ahead and say motherfucker in one of these episodes.
Just once.
One time.
You know, he almost said it, obviously, when he was disappearing at the end
and to me, it was Infinity War or whatever. That's his version of Avengers Assemble. How they had Cap like almost say it in Age of Ultron. Whatever, that's the motherfucker for Sam Jackson. Like, just have him keep doing it like that. And then episode 6, like, all right, motherfucker, like, just have him like shoot.
Nah, he ain't gonna get one. No, he's not gonna get one. Because what did he say? What did he say? In the last episode, he was like, I forget what. Revenge or something, but he was like, it's a mother dog.
A mother dog, yeah.
It's
green a little bit too. Like, all right, you want to say it. Then he's about to shoot my man. So he's like, all right, enough of this bullshit. And then shot the gun. I'm like, I keep doing that.
They're getting close. They're gonna keep getting close.
Well, he shot my man's off in the kneecap, dog. That shit is crazy, dog. Yeah. It's like they got him as his role almost like a Shaft mixed with his role as my man's, what was his character name in Pulp Fiction? Was it Julius?
Jules.
Yeah, Jules. Yeah, they got like a mixture of both characters, man. It's crazy. But
there was a scene that definitely gave me some Pulp Fiction vibes in there.
What was that?
It was one of those scenes where he was talking to somebody or whatever. Like I was like, oh damn. I think it was with Talos maybe. The way that like when they were going back and forth, they reminded me of
in the car, in the truck, or like when it was at the bar.
When they were riding, it was very similar to him and John Travolta.
Yeah. That's what it was. Yeah.
Nice little back and forth. I would have enjoyed like a series with just those two. You know what I'm saying? Like on some buddy cop series or whatever. That'd be kind of dope.
Well, that's what fucking Captain Marvel was.
Low key, yeah, pretty much. Except we had her. Like, man, what y'all think about the Marvels that's coming, man?
I dug the trailer.
It look nice. I just hope they don't. What I always say, Disney it up. Like, don't over Disney it, because we got Kamala in there, so you know they got it with kids. You know, it's like, all right.
Yeah, that's true, but hopefully they don't.
Yeah, because remember, WandaVision kind of came off like that, like it was gonna be like a show where the kids, this the kids was just shit. Like, you're right. Like episode 4, like, oh, y'all talking about grief? Yeah, like she's struggling. Like, all right, she wilding the fuck out over a robot.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think Marvels is gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna have a lot of implication on. Or this is going to have a lot of implication on that. We're probably going to see like a lot of Skrull activity.
Because we get it in the Marvels come in November, I feel like.
Yeah. What's the next movie coming up? Any other movie before that? This year?
Something is in October, I think. Or maybe I'm thinking about Loki.
Loki's in October.
It's coming in
October.
What is
the movie?
So we think. So we think. Jonathan kind of this trial is kind of like shaking shit up still, so we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know, man.
But yeah, Marvels is the next main movie.
Oh, Marvels is you're right.
It is like November or some shit like that. Yeah. So that's in perfect timing, because this ends in August, I think. Secret Invasion ends in August, so we got like a gap maybe of like, because Marvel, remember they said they dialing back on the quantity of their films, TV shows. So that's a nice little space. We got that ends in August, so September, October, boom, top of November, and there we go with the Marvel. So
I also feel like it could or should have a connection to what's going to be going down in Secret Wars and Kang Dynasty, because we're getting closer to that, and points are going to need to start converging. You know, unless they. How are they, what's going on with Majors? How will that be handled with there being a writer strike? Because they can't just do rewrites to stuff like, so,
that's going to be the problem. They talking about the actor strike and all that shit. It's like, come on, man. Like, wait a minute. I know Anthony Mackie was saying that's not going to be a problem, whatever. He don't think with like the bigger films. But you just never know, man. All it takes is a couple. You know what I mean?
And what are the real implications? What are the real ramifications of Spider-Verse? I know we haven't talked about it. But what are the real implications of that on the MCU? Like, as far as Secret Wars is concerned, as far as that stuff, they kind of talked about it.
What I found out that there was a scene where, we know in the one scene where the Spot popped up in the Venom universe or whatever at that store. It was like animated in real, you know what I'm saying, in real life. But I did hear that they had like some fighting scenes where it was animation and real life, but they pulled it out. So who's to say that they're gonna put it back in Across the Spider-Verse, and it, like you said, some type of implications going, connecting the dots to whatever's going to happen with the multiverse and Secret Wars or whatever. So they don't tell him.
I mean, they had Glover, MCU Prowler, so
they connected the whole
Doctor Strange and Peter Parker.
Said something about the nerd that did,
but that basically explains why Venom ended up where he did at the end of Spider-Man, because they were just popping up, not necessarily where Spider-Man was, but it explained that when, at the very beginning, they just popping up everywhere. It's our job to go fix this. Basically,
they still got to do something with that symbiote though that was left there at that bar too. They still got.
I 100% think they will. I guarantee they will.
Yeah, man. Like bring that in Spider-Man 4, man. Whatever that's gonna be called with Tom Holland. Like, I know he be on his breaks and shit, but whatever y'all do, like bring that into the fold.
He likes to do real acting.
He's like, this is not what I do. I'm not Spider-Man. Like, I want to do other shit.
Shut up, Spider-Man.
Go swing from a wire somewhere.
Swing the web thing.
Once you in the Marvel, once you in the MCU, dog, it's like a gang, man. You like it's like Snoop Dogg to the Crips. Like you there, dog. You attached to it, bro. Like ain't no disconnected from that shit.
But they also get paid too. They be acting like they be working so hard, man.
Yeah, y'all are in front of a green screen.
One movie.
In front of a green screen.
Right, Anthony Hopkins said this is not real acting. It's
man, the actors that be heavy off of that shit, they do not fuck with Marvel.
I was fucking Hannibal Lecter. Like this is
why would that win an Oscar? Like, damn, the acting is good, dog. Like, I mean,
the acting still be legit. It ain't like they be phoning it in. Like,
that should be solid, man. I was watching Avengers last night, and the scene where they was like, where the Tesseract was in there, and everybody was just, their brain was wonky and shit, arguing with each other. Told him, he said, you take away, you take away that metal, you take away that suit. What does that make you? He was like,
billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. Yeah. And Black Widow was like,
yeah, like, I'm still stunting on him out here. Like, everything. What he telling me? Like everything about you came out of a bottle. It was like, ooh,
yeah.
That was a deep cut.
Like damn, like Steve wasn't shit, man. Without that, you had a lot of heart, but you still wasn't like you wasn't sweet. Yeah, man. Good film. Good film.
Yes, sir.
So 4. I don't got too much more than nothing, man, because I didn't want to reach and just be like, what was that? Because everything was just like I don't know, man. I just know that scene at that wherever they were at the museum with him and Gravix, man. That was just like that was an incredible scene. Because he stabbed.
It kind of had some Killmonger feel when he was in the museum, looking at the painting. Like,
about the picture.
He definitely got, the same vibe as Killmonger as far as his want for revenge.
Yeah, he doubled down about it. Like, what did he say? Something about getting in the blood. I'm going for blood every time, or something like that. It's like you are just angry, sir. Like
UK Drake.
Yeah, and if you notice the way that he has carried himself throughout the whole series so far, and then that scene, like you could just see he was really worked up and
like he unraveling too.
Yeah. Like I feel like he's gonna make a mistake.
Normally throughout the episodes, he's been kind of like calm and just real, like kind of looking at Gaia like, yeah, I see you. You ain't sleep. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. But even with the scene, like I thought that was dope too. Because on the second watch, I'm like, oh shit, that was her. We left the museum, and my man's bumped into him like, oh, I think you dropped something, whatever. I'm like, oh, I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
She did it so slick though, because the same dude that she saw, the old dude or whatever, kind of got his identity. Like he was there near the car. I looked at it again and said, "Oh snap, that was the same dude. It was a guy on the phone." I'm like, oh damn! And like she kind of was like leaning against the car or whatever, but still that looked suspect in itself. Like
she was basically coming back to the car. Yeah,
it's like what you was sitting at that moment. I'm like, he's gonna kill her. Like he's gonna kill her or attempt to. It's like, what you doing out the car? You need some air? Like what you doing?
Yeah. Hit that button.
Good episode, man. Good episode. Man. Shot her. At least we think she did. So we'll find out. Now I could have swore I saw her in the trailer though, in like some other scenes. So
I don't think she's dead. And if she's dead, Talos is about to wreak havoc on everyone. So as he's made very clear, leave her alone.
Yeah. Yep, stabbed it, and then you could tell it didn't affect Gravix. It caught him off guard because he clearly just like, shit. That was like a little sting, like god damn, like hit you.
The move to get behind him and hem him up was actually
that itself was crazy. Nice like you ain't to be fucked with. I thought that was dope, like how everybody, which I was like, damn, why would they all turn to Gravix though? I was like, why y'all do that? Y'all could have became just other people, but whatever. It was still dope, though, just like all the Gravix clones and whatnot. So. Yeah, man. Yeah. What y'all, just before we close out, what's predictions for episode 4? What y'all got?
I don't even know what to think, man. Like it could go anywhere. Like hopefully some answers.
See something crazy.
This based off the final scene with well, at least that was one of the final scenes with Priscilla. I think that gun that she got, I think she knows she fucked up.
I meant to bring that up. What was it? What
You know what I'm
was the
saying?
significance of the gun? Is like,
why was it in this special box? Like, do it got
Yeah.
a bullet that can only kill super Skrulls or something? Like, I didn't know what that was about, but it was like a
I don't
whole
know.
journey just to go get a gun, and then it's like, oh, well,
Right.
meet me here. I'm like, damn.
Seems like it'd be a dirty gun that did some dirt if you're keeping it hidden away from your house, like that.
So let's say Rhodey is a Skrull, but he's not a Skrull in the sense to where he's on the bad side of things. Maybe that was Rhodey on the phone. He's like, meet me here. This is the game plan. Yo, we got to end Gravix or whatever, because his plan is like out of control.
It's possible.
You know what I'm
possible,
saying?
But I feel like because she was expecting to talk to Gravix, and he's like, "No, you got me." So I think Rhodey and Gravix are same team. Like, yeah.
Like we said, we can't call it, man.
It's a misdirection. That's a misdirection, I feel. But we will see. I think we will see before the series is over an Avenger. I don't know who. Probably one of the Marvel or two or three of the Marvels. But because he gonna need some help. That's all I know.
It depends on who they got for the budget. I see the budget being more so for Monica Rambeau, probably as opposed to Carol Danvers. Carol Danvers, like, y'all got a whole part 2 based on me. I'm not showing up. Y'all see me, you know, because it's like it's of character. You know, like, I ain't coming down. I don't fuck with y'all. I got shit going on up here. Like, you always up in space. Like, you know?
we might have Cap come down from the moon.
Damn, yeah. Because now that might be a thing. Like, they keep mentioning space. You up in space. You was up in space.
Oh yeah, somebody got to be up there.
And why did Fury voluntarily go back up? What was it? Because she said that she like this time you volunteered. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, I think Taylor's kind of put that in perspective earlier in the series. Like, you know, he found out he wasn't the biggest bad. What he did, he retreated. That was his retreat.
I don't know, man. That could that, like how you said, he playing it up real well, like he weak. So maybe he got a whole plan in motion going up to space. They got some shit up. They got some shit up there. Maybe that's what it is. Gotta be, you know what I'm saying? Monica Rambeau is up there. We know from WandaVision at the end where they point up like he's up there. Wherever the fuck Captain Marvel is, she around in space somewhere doing some shit to help. Whatever she says she be doing, I think she don't be doing shit. I think she's be around, just don't feel like fucking with folks.
She's probably like fighting the Kree somewhere,
flying through the galaxies,
just flying around, just having fun and shit. Because she also there. Don't you know, it's other shit going on in these other planets? Like, all right. So yeah, man, ain't no telling. And then there's Kamala, who's just discovered her power. She ain't powerful enough, I don't think, to help. So
no, not on her own for sure.
Y'all might be right, man. It's one of them. It's one of the Marvels or Cap. Yep.
My very deep prediction, which probably won't happen. I think we will see Tony Stark, Skrull version, Tony Stark. For whatever reason, I don't know why I think that, but I do think that. So we'll see.
I'd be all for that.
I also thought Alden was still alive on Snowfall, so you know, don't listen to me.
We saw that ended. He said, "What? I shot him and dumped him in the like, damn, showed us." Yeah, man. I guess we can close it on that note, man. Let people know where they can find you at.
You can find me anywhere the sun shines. No, I'm kidding. Thanks for having me, man. But you can find me on Instagram. Is that Chris Young? If you want to see some pictures of me and my dogs, and that's about it.
Hey, man. Peace. Where they can find you at?
Peace of Mind 313 across everything: Instagram, Facebook, Bandcamp, Spotify, all of them.
And the door, hey, it's always open, man. Feel free to come back. You got some takes, man. We here always around the same time. You know, we got some shit to cover. MCU related, man, and you know, for y'all that's tapped in, hope y'all enjoyed the episode. You know, we're gonna be talking about the Secret Invasion until it is over, and then we talked about this. We coming back with some shit, man. We got some.
You gotta have me back. You gotta have me back for the finale, man.
Yep, for sure, absolutely, yeah, hell yeah. And we got one. I don't want to put it out there. I'll text you. We have you back on for that too. So yeah, I want to give it away. But I got some guests in mind that I want to have on you for this one in particular. We definitely got to have you back. But me, across the board, Nametag Alexander on all the platforms you can stream and purchase music. And on that note, and on social media as well, Nametag Alexander. Address me as a nominee Nametag. I just saw today that Detroit hip hop, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of fucking artists from the I guess I would say Metro Detroit area because they did, lump it in, but shit, man.
Yeah.
200 something plus. You know what I mean?
260 something.
Yeah. I still gotta sit and look. I just scrolled. I was like, yo, that's a lot of names, bro. So yeah, definitely an honor, man. Just put in the work for a long time. So and only gonna continue keep doing it. But again, that's why I say y'all can find me on all those platforms. We can stream and purchase music, and we're gonna close it out with this outro right here. It's another episode of Marvel of the Minds.